Thanks for staying with us. So the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, Governor Godwin Emefiele, has insisted, that's to say the name very well, has insisted that there will be no deadline extension for old Naira notes, even when the National Assembly of Nigeria have asked CBN to extend the deadline. At some point later in the conversation, we'll be having Honorable Benjamin Kalu, the spokesman for the House of Representatives, to join the conversation. But first, we'd like to hear from Nigerians your experiences. Please call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. YK shared her experience earlier that she sent somebody to the bank this morning. About 9 banks, all were not working. The ATMs were not working. I said earlier also that one of our directors also went to the banks this morning, and she confirmed to me that the machines were saying no service, not dispensing cash, out of service. But when she now got into the banking hall, they were dispensing old notes. Who's fooling who? Is the CBN fooling us, or is it the bank that's fooling us? Let us hear your thoughts on this. Call us and share your experience with us. We really need to know what your thoughts are. I'm told that Yakub has already called in to join the conversation.
Before we talk to Yakub,
yes.
Yakub, no vex, please. I just want to say what he said. He said our mint is producing and we are supplying the banks. We have super agents on served areas like the riverine communities and CBN staff. Members have been... We believe that by January 31, the new Naira notes would have permitted the nooks and crannies of the country. We believe that word. It's not that we know. There's a difference between believe and know.
Maybe
Sorry, Yakub.
This could be a calculated belief. It could be
Let's talk about facts.
When you say you believe, you are not sure.
It's hope.
When you say I know,
okay.
Is that
I know that Moriah is wearing blue.
Yeah.
I believe that Moriah is wearing blue. They're two different things.
But let me take Yakub. Come, Yakub, are you there? Thanks for calling us.
I'm there. Yeah.
Sorry, Yakub.
Good morning, Sister Anima, good morning, and then Mama Biji. The central bank governor remains the only governor in this country that was not voted for because the position he held is not a position that Nigerian citizens express their feelings vote for him. And it being a situation whereby we always vote for a central bank before he becomes a governor, I think Emefiele will never become one. Let me tell you this, Morayo, go to any bank. They don't have this particular note that we are talking about. And let me shock you. They were telling us because of the people that find the money at home and all that, that's why they bring this kind of the thing to us. Morayo, I can tell you for free, those ones that are keeping billions of naira, they have nothing to lose. Ask me why. Why? Because some bank managers are already become a billionaire. You know why? Somebody that gets money, free money. This has almost 20 billion at home. What would take that person to ask a bank manager that come? I will give you 5 billion out of this money. But that this money, I don't know what it will be done. The people in this area, in my village, in your spiritual, although I am a Christian, in my village, this village, another people, this animal village, those women that have those 1,000 naira that so dear with their mind, it's going to be 34th of this month. I let God to know that money is useful. It's useless. What did those women will do? See, I think we have civil society organization that is working. They could have protected against this very particular thing. But here's our civil society organization.
I want to be sure I understand what Yakub is saying. Is he saying that there are people that have, like, this possibility that there are people that with billions in their house?
They can settle the bank managers and get their money in.
Get the new notes in.
Yes. Okay. So it's speculation. And there might be some truth to it, maybe based on experience. But one thing we know for a fact is we must believe that the CBN has good intentions. Yeah. And when you read through the policy, it is going to help us as a country. It will help us curb inflation. It would help us deal with excess liquidity, which are current problems that we are facing in our economy. So, on paper, this is a good policy. However, it's a policy that is requiring Nigerians to change their lifestyle. It's requiring Nigerians to... It's requiring... Maybe I've always used my hand to eat amala all my life. then you now come and say, over the next period of 90 days, you must use chopsticks to be eating amala. And everybody, your hand is no longer allowed, spoon is no longer allowed, everybody start using chopsticks. Why it is good for your body or something. And all of us now have to conform. And then there are some remote places where they don't have chopsticks. That's the way this is. It might be good for us, but you cannot change our character and our lifestyle within 90 days. Nigerians are used to spending cash. I am not used to spending cash. I am not feeling any issue in this policy. Yeah. I've not seen the new note, I've not spent it, and I'm not bothered because most of my transactions for years have been cashless. Yeah. And because of that, it's easy for me. But for another set of people, they've never done bank transactions. All they do is cash. So you are expecting them to change their life suddenly because you are making a policy. There's a WhatsApp group my husband is part of, and somebody said he went to go and visit his mom, and they gathered almost 2 million naira. All those grandmas that your uncle will come out, your brother, your son will give you money, son will give 50,000. So, and the mama has kept it inside the house in different corners. They were now searching, Mama, did you put money under the bed? And were able to find as much as 2 million that the woman has kept for years. There are people like that, they are already maybe blind old people that they've given money, they've kept it in the corner, and the money is now paper, useless.
Let me take this call from Ade. Ade, good morning, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our central bank governor to consider people in diaspora. One of my friends is having 500,000 naira. Brand new. You see, he's telling me what he's going to do. He's going to burn it. So think of others in UK, in America, everywhere. We'll be close to about 2-3 billion naira. You should tell us whether to take the money to our embassy, and they can take it from us. And they create our account, but he did a press conference yesterday. He didn't even talk about diaspora at all. Because the man, since he lost the presidential whatever, he has lost everything. He should not worry. We'll vote for him in 2027. He should help us in diaspora.
Okay.
We have to take our
I think that's feedback. So
thank you.
Thank you. So we're having a conversation here, and we're not trying to. We're trying to understand the policy and see how we can make it better. So based on what you said, that's feedback from diaspora. That's important. Doctor mentioned something very important also. People, my mothers, Mama Brown too. I mean, Mama the other day was bringing out money. Say, Mama, by next week, this in this paper, I'll go and bring all your money. Because Mama has money, but she acts as if she doesn't have money. She now sit there doing them Elizabeth's hair because she wants to go and pay for the hair. But I've told her, go and gather everything. Let's go to the bank. So yeah, you're right. There are people like that we need to really get them to go to the banks. Nima, your experience.
Okay, so I think the Nigerians are misunderstanding the central bank governor. What he wants to do is mop up cash. He's not swapping our cash. So most Nigerians have monies at home. The banks will take your deposits, but when you want the value of the money back in the new note, you can't have it. There's a limit to what you can now get. So the ATMs are dispensing limited 20,000 naira, and they're not even supposed to dispense that 1,000 naira note. The one we saw that was dispensing 1,000 is on the island, in the head office of a popular bank. They were not, the instruction is that they will start to dispense from 200 naira notes downwards to give at least 20,000 naira max from ATM per withdrawals. They said that they are taking away the charges for 20,000 naira withdrawal that was on the ATM, so we can get as much as we want. But how much will you stand per ATM to take when there's a queue behind?
Long queue. The
queues at Abule Ado yesterday was somebody was even crying that what nonsense is this? To deposit the cash that he has, to swap it to go and do business. No, that's not what they allow.
So they don't want you doing business with cash anymore.
Cash
they want
you
doing SIM.
Yeah, and they are not informing. In fact, CBN should be in trade fair, so people don't run mad. CBN should, be using the banks in trade fair and be raising their awareness. Go around the market, talk to people who do daily cash transactions of over 2 million are in that market.
That's why I said.
And you are stressing them. You don't make them understand. Yes,
it's a culture change.
They're doing a culture change. You don't make them understand this policy enough to bring them inclusively into it.
They have a deadline, and deadline because
now deadline that they tell people, so they're giving people heart attack.
Deadline because they're also trying to curb this kidnapping and those who the money.
Did they kidnap people, please, in the last 1 week? I didn't say 1 month, 1 week.
They are trying to get
they kidnapped and demanded money from people.
All those kidnappers that have money
even though
in the forest.
This law.
No, we have not done any known one that we know.
Yeah, that we don't. That is on the papers. Yes,
because they kidnap people constantly.
Exactly.
On
the
roads.
Not everything gets.
What are you talking about?
No, YK.
There was kidnapping in the papers yesterday.
There are those that don't make it to the papers.
I know, but the ones that were in the paper, it was in the papers yesterday of people that they kidnapped.
So the point...
They beheaded somebody.
Yes.
2 days ago.
Even
After collecting
ransom
6
was
million.
paid.
Even after ransom was paid.
Yes.
Okay, let me take this call.
Now, I was listening to the radio today. There's a particular governor's wife, I can't remember which one, was flaunting her new money. They are getting the new money. We are not even saying, do your policy. It's okay. But let the money be available.
Period.
I saw somebody with
Let
a
me
bundle
take
at
this
a party
call.
spraying 1,000
You see them now?
money that would do.
Let me take this call. Good morning, are you there?
Morning, how are you?
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Please, what I'm doing, the policy, just like we're discussing this morning, the policy is a good policy, but unfortunately in this country, this is a country whereby we look at education not to be anything, because just shortly ago, a session completely was closed in this country, in our universities. So our educational background is so poor, and this policy is mainly maybe to witch hunt themselves. But the people that are going to suffer more are the masses that are going to suffer. Somebody have 2 Naira and cannot spend it, 1,000, 2,000, he cannot spend it. Because most of the, what do you call them? The banks, you don't have access to the bank. You go to the ATM, there's no new money there. And then when you go to POS again, they are refusing. Some of them are refusing to collect the money now because they feel that the banks are chopped up, so they don't have access to drop that money. So this is a policy, I don't know. We have leaders in this country that don't actually listen to the masses. People are crying up and down, but nobody is listening to us.
All right.
Well,
So, recently I follow Muabudu, and she recently posted a video on her Instagram page where she was showing this new supermarket by Amazon. There's no cashier. You come in with the app. You scan the app and the entrance. You go in, pick whatever you want, and automatically your goods are charged to your Amazon account. Now that's where the world is heading. So Nigeria is obviously far behind on that, but they're trying to take baby steps in what we can do to get people to sensitize people on how to become cashless. Because all of us keep saying, oh, international community. Well, how do we help each other? Yes, there are a few facts. So, as we said earlier, we understand the need to go cashless. But the timing, the education, do we have enough? Have we totally sensitized those? Someone like Momo is unaware that the cash that she's carrying around by next week it will be worthless. We've tried to explain to her. So there are people like that too. They don't even know. My brother doesn't have an app. She doesn't have what they call that in the mobile app. She doesn't have it. She went till tomorrow. She still goes to the bank to go and collect money. 20,000 naira. She'll go to the counter to go and collect it. She doesn't understand the app thing. So how am I going to start getting her to go cashless at 74?
So I wanted to just say something, because you see, when you go abroad and you see a village abroad has all the amenities, has huge supermarkets, has houses, the roads are tarred, everything. Now, let's take that step into a Nigerian village. When you go, I'm not talking about the London of the East. I'm not talking of those kind of villages where the people build huge houses. No, I'm talking of, there was this village where one governor, they sent Governor's Child 21 went the other day. See, the road was untarred, there were no houses, there are mud huts. Is it that kind of village that bank will go and build village? No. So what are those people using?
Okay, the bank will go and build a branch.
Sorry.
It's POS.
Let me take this call, Waike. This is an important point you're making. Good morning, are you there?
Good morning.
You're live.
Welcome
to the show.
Yes, good morning. You girls are ladies are actually looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Good morning. Yes. So my contribution to the new Naira is, I see, Nigerians, because we are not used to it, we believe that things have to go to place we want it. In the very countries that we use and we use as examples, they have actually their descendants or the ancestors, their founding fathers went through a lot to get to where they are today. It was not like a child's play. So for us to be able to move forward, we have to make some sacrifices. Things do not have to go the way we want. And they are saying that there's a point they are trying to make in trying to change at least to change the Naira. The banks want to have access to every fund in the economy, which will eventually pay off. It might not actually start working now, but at least it will work for generations to come. So we cite examples of countries that have developed and have their democracy for like 200, 250 years, and we are just starting our own 20, 30 years ago. Do things work like that? Things like this involve boycott. They're not actually
it's not very clear. It's not very clear, but I think I have an idea. She's saying that we should be patient or something like that, that the governor is trying to do something good. So it's good to hear a citizen that even supports that government is trying to do something good. That's a good thing.
Nobody here is saying
it's not
doing something good. Nobody has said it here. What we are saying is, one, the timing.
Yeah.
You have given us 90 days. Okay, no problem. It's okay. 90 days is fine. But have you injected that cash
in the bank
into the system so that when I go to the anywhere, I will see new notes. You are not seeing.
So not on your part, but you're saying
I run a cash business where if you come and buy a drink, nobody is bringing new notes. Everybody is bringing old notes. So you know what? By Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I will say, oh yeah, everybody. So everybody is going to say, oh yeah, hold your old note. Don't come.
How will your business thrive?
Your business cannot thrive. That's my point.
Well, your POS is it working? You can pay by POS.
You can't pay by POS. You use ATM. An ATM. So you know when you have to carry ATM is not working. You carry. Oh yeah, I'm looking for network. I'm looking for network. Everyone is looking for network now. Network is flying away.
That's not serious.
I can explain it.
So if we remove the excuse of bandits and crime and tracing, kidnapping money, let's talk about basic market. Enter Okari. Which mama want to be giving you POS to pay? Relax. Even in the market, relax. Even inside this trade fair article market, if you do transfer, you can spend the whole day there waiting for them to get alert. Yes, so.
No, that's not true. I went to the market.
I see that transfer.
Talk about Lagos Island. When the master close No. Don't talk about article. When I say it, when you argue to go, they pay me. You will be there for them to see their alerts. They have to carry their phone and go somewhere and come back. So if it is not seamless, we can't compare. Except we are trying to punish ourselves. If it is not a punitive measure, you must give room for people to adjust into it. In the minimum, do 6 months. This one that you are vexing to do it now. See if you know.
Let me take this call. Hold on. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, everybody.
You're live. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, go ahead.
There's something wrong with the CBN policy. There's something wrong because it was well enumerated before they started it. But the issue is this, is why now? I've been asking this question. And the CBN governor or anybody from the system has not been able to give me that answer. The CBN governor has been there for over 8 years. Why are you trying to be brave now? Why are you trying to be patriotic now? Who are you trying to impress? It's a man that is even against us. Because the CBN governor, I was aware, he devalued Naira more than 2-3 times, which is against us as Nigerians. And secondly, there is this problem we are having of literacy in our rural areas and mistrust by our people. People can be literate and have mistrust in the banking system. These people in our rural areas, they don't believe in this app or whatsoever. So they believe in this, give me, I give you. How do you take care of that? They should go further and do that. And when they now told us about this issue of counterfeiting is not a problem of me and you. It's a problem of the system to fit out the culprit and bring them to book. That is the function of FIU.
All right, thank you, Hassan. You see, when mobile phones came, people were really they were reluctant to accept this technology because they felt in the rural areas, how would they be able to send messages? How would they, change is hard. Change is difficult. There's no way you assume that everybody will accept it. But at some point in the next 5 years, this would be almost like a no-brainer because everybody will probably know how to somewhat transfer. But change is hard. But I don't want us to go to the part of why is it happening. It's the process of it happening should be better. I would like us to have passed why is it now? What is he trying to achieve? Who's trying to impress? It's not about that.
Why should you do it in 90 days and think that you are doing something good?
Yeah, so the issue is how it's being done. And the House of Assembly has asked him to extend. He's not listening.
You know, there's some people that don't believe that you should use your left hand to write. There's some. So when you have a child that has that uses left hand, you will see the parents beating the child. Oh yeah, use your right. Then you will see the child crying because he's struggling to use right because he or she is more comfortable with the left. That's what Oga is doing to us now. We are all using left hand. He say all of you must use right hand, and we are all in pain and we are crying.
But eventually, you get it done.
We're not saying we will not get it. We are saying when you are forcing your child to use that brain, change their brain around, it's not an easy thing. And most times we say it's not right.
But let me take this call because I need to get more examples from our viewers so that Governor Emefiele might be listening to this morning. So hopefully you get feedback. Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're live, Mr. Olagoke.
Yes.
Can't hear you.
He's listening to us. Which
Hello?
Olagoke, please listen to us directly. Don't the TV. The TV is delayed. It's 2022 for heaven's
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. My name is Mr. Lagoke.
Yes.
Morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to disconnect the call.
Please, let's talk about the fact that this is our GSM that we are all enjoying the ability to talk. When we go to our farm in Ogbomoso, the farmland, we will have to go where one tree is to get network. So it's not like we have even the GSM that we've had for years has gotten everywhere. Network for call, we're not talking network for internet. There's no internet at all. I'm talking Mayin in Ogbomoso. There's no Kosin internet in there. We now had to buy, there's one particular one massive phone like this that we bought because that one, you pull the antenna, you can make phone calls there. That's the reality of many areas in Nigeria. And you cannot make a policy in this, you cannot make a policy in isolation for the people without understanding how it's affecting them. One of the cameramen just whispered to me that we have issues of fake alerts, and we are not able to resolve the issue. When somebody sends fake alerts, resolving that issue is almost impossible. Yeah. If you do transaction mistakes, it takes a long time to resolve. But the infrastructure is not been perfected, and we're trying to create a glossy picture because we are in Lagos. We can all say, oh, because we're in Lagos, we have internet. But the issue is it's not the same everywhere.
Okay, let me
very sound.
Okay, let's just do only Lagos.
For now.
YK, even in this Lagos, my daughter's birthday, I wanted to quickly get her a gift because we're not throwing a party. So I went into the article market. The girl selling shoes does not have an account for me to pay money into. She takes only cash. Where is your nearest POS? I went to the POS to transfer money. I didn't have my ATM. I transferred the money to the lady. She gave me 3 banks. I kept doing the transfer over and kept failing. She kept saying, no, easy. We found out it was internet. I walk her to one place that was high. Inside this Lagos, I'm talking Lagos.
I know.
I'm more Odofi. I walk her to one place that was high, transfer money. It's now the issue of whether the alert will come. The 30 minutes I wanted to use in the bank, eventually turned over.
Okay, so now let me use that example. A young girl that wants to start a business, do it the right way. You have an account. You're starting a business. Let's help children get a CAC number. You know, there's a process. You don't just start going. Because now, if something happens to your goods, I know I can't trace it because some girl from somewhere just gets 100,000 naira, buys products, and starts selling. It doesn't work like that. We're trying to get everybody into the system. So government is saying you own a business.
Are you not
great?
facing a complexity?
What I'm saying is
but you say a young girl starting a business.
Yes.
The first thing she do is she see 100,000 naira to buy market and sell it.
Yes.
They are saying to her, go and get a CAC number, get an account number.
Start
How
a
much
business
is 100,000? Owó ti jọ̀wọ́ ọjà, owó tó fẹ́ fi dá lóko, we have already got it now.
Please, let me just give you one. Me, first generation bank. I'm still waiting for alert. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today is Wednesday. Wow. I've not seen the alert, but anytime there is debit, I see it. Mom, the money never entered the account. I see it every day. No. Just look at now. Inside, how much?
Are you sure it was deposited?
POS.
POS.
ATM. I mean, not be ATM, the POS
machine to pay for.
Because they say go cashless. So yes, I have confirmed.
The system is not.
But I've lost
Not
a
optimal.
lot of money because this one, when I will call that bank, it's a first generation bank, I will call the bank, the bank will say, you will wait.
They don't have
Not be the
staff.
market that they take buy markets.
Oh.
That's one. New generation bank, those ones will say, in fact, those ones, they just be sending text that this thing did not work. Debit of you did not debit.
YK, let me add to
they
it.
will
They
say,
have a
they will say, somebody said their clinic card didn't work. Did you
I'll
get
come in.
value for your money? What are you telling me?
I must add this
Ike
one.
has vexed. Let me take this call. Good morning, are you there?
Thank you, ma.
Ike, drink water, please.
You have not controlled your banks. You are coming to control the citizens.
Let me take this call. Good morning, are you there?
Can lead to change.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, Murayo.
You're live. Let's increase the volume so I can hear her. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Murayo. Good morning, beautiful
You're live.
lady.
Go ahead, Charity, please.
Good morning, beautiful lady. I'm Charity from Baghdad.
Thank you.
go ahead.
Welcome to the show.
I don't think CBN, I don't think they are very serious. I don't think they are serious in Naira. Because last week I met a lady at the ATM. I met this lady at the ATM. She went into the bank to deposit her old notes. She now came out to withdraw from the ATM. And this same ATM still said that the same old note that she went to deposit, the same old note that she entered into the banking hall to deposit, she came out to withdraw from the ATM. ATM brought her the same old note that she went to deposit. So I don't think this is a serious.
Right.
I don't think.
Thank you, Charity. You know, it will be, okay, yes.
Example to you. So POS transactions that have failed, ordinarily, the standard is that if it fails at a POS, your bank has the right to transfer the money back into your account within how many hours. You print the receipt, the person takes it to the bank will say the money have already hit the POS. Just because they don't want to put an incidence form. They will start sending customers back. Imagine somebody going back and forth to the bank in 3 months between the bank and the POS. And the POS operator cannot pay you for a transaction that has failed on their system. If they pay you, you go away. They can never recover that money. They don't have a right to your account. They're a payment solution. Bank staff, even the head of operation with his eyes clear, will be sending you back and forth. Simple thing like that you should incident it. And you know that money can only be paid back into the account of your customer, but you will send them message and stress them.
We've been trying to reach Mr.
I pretend he's
Osita.
unreasonable.
Mr. Let me call him out right now because we're trying to reach him. Mr. Osita Nwanibiosi. He's the Director of Corporate Communications at the Central Bank of Nigeria. We've reached out to him. He's giving us, posting us, I'm busy, I'm not available, I'm busy, I'm busy. We need to speak to CBN on this matter. We've tried to reach out to CBN because somebody needs to speak to us, to explain to us. Me, I have a personal question. Let me to vent, like vex, like why can't I vex? I have this 15,000 Naira mutilated notes. They are not collecting it. I'm angry. I'm vexed.
So
right
what
now.
will you do with 15,000 naira?
No,
You bought-
15,000
They are not
Trash-
vexed. We are
trash-
doing it with smile.
You are finding
I'm
out.
using my own
Trash
smile.
15,000
I'm
naira.
CBN governor,
They
I
say
am
you should trash
please, I need to be angry.
Angry.
I'm very angry right now.
Where is
I have
planning the anger?
15,000 Naira that is mutilated and I need the banks to collect it. I am angry.
Acting role. She wants to be an
Am I
actress.
Jiro? She's on set.
Anyways, I have a
She's on
call.
vacation.
Good morning. Good morning, oh my caller. Are you there? You're live.
Hello, good morning, Mariah,
morning.
and the beautiful ladies in the studio. This issue is actually a good one, but the challenge is that we don't have infrastructure present.
Exactly.
I'm just at a place now. I wanted to make transfer to buy something. The woman was confused. She said she doesn't accept transfer. Even as I'm talking to you, she's laughing now. You know? So,
Is she in Nigeria?
It is not her fault. Yes, it is not her fault. It is not her fault. There are issues of delayed alert. If you may send money to somebody,
That's true.
it will take hours before it will come in. So they should put infrastructure in place,
Yes.
take it easy with us, bit by bit, all these things will be sorted out.
That's so true.
That's
Thank
my
you so
simple
much.
take.
My driver went to the fuel station this morning. They didn't collect ATM. He said he should bring cash. I mean, I've disposed of all my cash. So no, I'm looking for money for you to buy fuel. So it's a problem.
So
You gave him your ATM pin.
Yeah, no, I usually transfer money to him
his
so
own
he then
account.
pays. But they said they're not collecting
That is
transfer.
Sorry, it took me. One day I sent one of my staff to go and get diesel. He got diesel 75,000 that time. This is almost 75,000. We have passed that stage. That time, the Kini left his account. the bank people said the petrol station, they didn't see the money.
Yeah.
I had to send him another 75,000.
Hey,
Imagine.
I cannot
It
send
took him. It took him 6 months
To be able to
to get that 75,000. 6 months with the bank, First Generation Bank again.
So obviously we have infrastructural problems, and a lot of our IT people are also jackpying. There's a massive relocation of IT people. In my own case, one of the biggest challenges we're having is we're not even doing POS. My business is heavy transaction, but we don't even get alerts. So you're having to call the bank to confirm alerts, and they was like, we have technical issues, we're having technical issues, and yet we have not even, we have not moved into this new phase. So the banks are losing staff that are their strength in the IT place. And even the government's policies that we rely on these IT people to be able to make it work. So on all fronts, this policy is bedeviled with challenges. It is important that the CBN governor doesn't just say, I've made up my mind, I'm not going to change my mind, this is the policy, everybody should find a way to do it. But leadership is about listening to the people and understanding the people. And people are complaining consistently. He shouldn't see it as an attack from the politicians, because when you read his response, he's seeing it as the politicians, this will affect politicians. He wants to protect our votes so that they don't buy votes and they don't have cash to buy it. That's on one side. But I'm saying that I'm saying to the CBN governor that ordinary Nigerians are also complaining.
I watch this. I watch series. For those of me, some of our governors, CBN governors, please watch some series. Take some time out to watch Netflix. A lot of these live movies that you watch. In this kind of situation, you have a major shift. You're about to do a major shift in banking, and that's going to affect people's lives. We need a weekly or a daily, every 2 days update. So far, we've released X amount of cash to the system. So far, by this day, there should be like a daily update, because there's a deadline by weekend, by 31st. So I'll expect that every single day I'm hearing a briefing from the CBN office giving Nigerians an update. Okay, so far 60% of the banks now have the cash. Okay, we're not going to this community. We're going to be there very soon. Please bear with us. Somebody's communicating to Nigerians, but no, Nigerians just keep mum and say let them get it at the of nothing. That's what we don't want.
Excuse me. You have a major policy that you have decided is the best policy in the world. Fine. You went on holiday for 1 month. Who does that? You didn't even stay on top of this policy to make sure that they were transferring money into the banks. You went on holiday and they did not transfer the money. The politicians that you say are protecting, the money is in their hands. Go and meet all of them. All of them have the money.
The
they have the money. We don't have the money.
The National Assembly who summoned him have the cash now. So they are not. National Assembly is no longer summoning him. What is the committee that summoned him before?
He's independent.
They are not hearing us again. They've not summoned him recently to ask him how is this policy affecting us. You know the one that is paying me. On all those bank apps, especially this one that have orange on their head, go there, you will see your customer care, your account officer's number.
Yes.
Call the number.
My own works. My own works.
But call the number.
My own works.
My own works. In that orange bank.
My own works.
It doesn't work.
My own orange bank, it works.
It doesn't work.
But let's talk about what
I can
YK
bet.
said.
I want to
This is the sixth time I'm
Let me
having
take
an
this
issue.
call.
I'm calling that
They spend
number.
dollars.
Why
Your
do you
politicians
not
spend
go?
dollars.
Let me
spend
take
dollars.
this
There's no
call.
dollar in the pocket.
Let me take our call, please. Good morning. Are you there?
It will not work.
Oh, sugar, I lost that call.
YK made a very huge point.
Oh, he's
on
there.
leadership.
Wait. Hello, you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, sir.
I greet the
Mr.
panel.
TSB Boba. Hello, sir. You're live.
I'm calling for Waria.
Yes, go ahead, please.
My contribution. You don't learn left. You don't be a left writer at old age. Can you hear me, sir?
It's not very clear, but please go ahead.
You can't use left when you are already aged. You would want to use left. This policy, you don't give deadline for it. We are not saying redesign. We recolor the Naira. Yes. I just make a transaction now, and it's in reverse. I go somewhere to pick a material again. It's in reverse in 2 stores now for me to work. There's a project I'm carrying out for me to work 2 products. So the environment is not conducive in Nigeria factor for such policy.
Just reiterating.
The environment is not conducive at all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So
yes, talk what you're going
back to what YK said, and which totally tallies with what you said, leadership. You cannot be making a huge policy change and you are not on top of the game. Or you are seen not to be on top of the game. Because it's not even about just the fact that you feel there's a system that is working, but perception is even more important than the reality. And the perception that you are not around makes people feel like anything can go on. And the CBN governor was changing our lives in absentia, and it wasn't even in the country vacationing, it was after the country vacationing. So I think that it's important, and we've given our leaders a lot of liberty to just do whatever. You know, we will have crises. The National Assembly will say that they are on recess. And there's something wrong in the country. You cannot cancel the recess. Everybody has gone on vacation. You are responsible for the people. You are here to serve the people. The CBN governor, however, is not accountable to the House of Assembly. So the National Assembly cannot even hold him, but we can. And it might not be in the formal way, but we have a responsibility to call him out and make him know that pay attention to what we're saying. You're here to serve us. Your policies, if it does not affect us positively, we are going to continue to complain, and that's not what you want.
Was right. He had no business traveling anywhere.
At all.
You should have been here to monitor the continuous change, because it's a huge change.
It's a huge change.
Well, let's take a few comments on social media before we run off.
I just wanted to say that, you know, in leadership, taking decisions, making policies, you are doing it for people. You must not do it to cause hardship for the same people. If whatever you're doing is supposed to protect us, limit cash in the system, ensure that there are not illegal transactions happening, shaping that these people that you are doing it for, the people are now calling out for you to do something miraculous to help them in this hardship, to ensure that their businesses don't shut down, to allow ease. Can you assess that system, that policy that you're putting on ground, and see a way to do it perfectly so that, you know, you don't create problems or punish people with it? This is not a punitive
few comments on social media.
I want to take three. And Anima and Messrs. and to talk about the rich and the rich and the politicians already have the new notes in their houses. Don't let them fool us. Now, people like us no get them. True? And now, this stupid policy was copied from India and it didn't work there. Are you not supposed to copy a successful policy? Madness everywhere. Then he says, even if CBN educates people, what they're doing isn't practical. You mentioned trade fair. Other markets too. Our people buy and sell in cash. Withdrawing cash from circulation overnight can tank the economy and cause social unrest.
Here he says, Orange Bank, calling those ones for anything these days is like pouring water into a basket. Account officer. Which account officer? Mazi Okeke says, please. Okay. Andrew says...
I don't think anybody has this picture. Wake up in the morning. Okay, so we all don't have cash, right? Because they told us to put our cash in the bank. So now this is a new week. It's the first day of February. I know I need cash. So I go to the ATM, just like all of you are going to the ATM. Have you thought about the lines for us one by one? And the maximum is 20,000 naira, because in the week I can only take 100,000, correct?
They don't want you to collect cash. They want you to do transactions online.
No, I was still by Yaoni Pepe. I still have to collect.
Don't think about it. Go and see it now.
I want to buy, because I always have, even in my own house here, I have small house cash. Once go and buy onions, I've almost finished, man. Let's go and buy onions. Pepper has finished. Let's go buy pepper down the street. We have that. That's 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. Am I going to be using ATM for that again?
I have not used my eye to see the 200 naira. I only saw the 500 naira last week. I haven't used my eye to see the 200 naira. Please, has anybody here seen the 200 naira? I buy newspaper. Newspaper is 200 naira.
Our purchasing power has ensured that you must do some daily purchases. The way it is, you cannot go and use muscle to buy everything. Is it the small woman that will sell yam down the street that wants me to be doing transfer? To which account? So that they will remove charges on top. If you want to pay her 3,000 naira, she wants to receive her 3,000 naira. Except I want to put 500 naira to cover all bank charges. She will not listen to me. Of course, it's going to make price of things more expensive.
We have to wrap up.
We need these think tanks to stop thinking in the elites. They should sit down and think like normal Nigerians.
Is it 11 already?
It's almost 5. We have 3 minutes. We have to take a few comments on social media so we can wrap up. Many more comments.
Okay,
you have Nima?
Festus Akiboyewa says, we must not forget that the money in circulation is over 50 trillion naira. And cash is less than 5%. Why are you making a mountain out of a molehill? He also says the economy of a huge country like Nigeria is not built on the people who keep money at home and refuse to embrace change. The CBN has their objectives, and if they achieve over 80% of their objective, it will be great for Nigeria and Nigerians.
I think Nigerians have agreed that it's a good policy. We're just saying that the timing is wrong. It's too short. They need to review the policy. They need to review the timing. The process should be properly watched over and monitored to ensure success across the nation. I think 80% success, yes, is a good thing. Any other comments?
Ebuson says, the fact is, assuming CBN pump out the new notes in excessive, no one would like to keep the old notes. If you enter 99.8% banks in Lagos today, you withdraw 20 to 100K, their cashier will hardly add 200 naira, 2,000 naira new note to that money.
Could it be that somebody who has 10 million naira, for example, CBN wants that person to bring the money first?
Deposit it first.
When you deposit it first,
Yeah.
then they're collecting it small. So because if I just replace the entire 10 million, then it to defeat the entire purpose.
That's exactly
the purpose.
How many people have 10 million?
But the thing is, when you go to the bank, you want to use your money and you're unable to use your money. So that already is on ground right now with dollars. You want to collect you deposited dollars in cash and you want to collect and they say they don't have. You deposit pounds in cash. You go to the bank, they say, give us 24 hours, 48 hours to go and collect your money. So that already, you know, when you watch movies about what's happening in Cuba, what's happening in Venezuela, people have money in their banks. They cannot collect, you have money, but you don't have the money because the money is under somebody else's control. For me, there's a good side and there's a bad side. Let's not even go into the bad side. Let's just help the government let's even see this good side and beg you to
perfect it.
Perfect this good side so that we can all benefit from the good you have in mind.
Richard Chukwu says we have good policies. We have good policies, but we have poor policy managers. Just yesterday, ATM is still dispensing old notes.
Yeah.
We have good policies, but we have poor policy
We
managers.
have to wrap up. But
truth is true. Says, now, wow, your shout has woken up a baby.
Yeah.
It's like a shout. It's like yeah. All right. So, but I think we have to wrap up. But I mean, I think we have a few things. We need you to extend the date. We need you to put more new cash in the system, more than you've done so far. We need you to collect mutilated notes. For me, especially 15,000 naira. Should I put in the dustbin? I don't know what they want me to do with that 15,000 naira. It's right there. It's right
That person
there.
you dash money, you should have given that person.
That's not the way they do gifts.
You know, but please, Governor Godwin Emefiele, you have Emefiele us.
We have been Emefiele.
We're not asking, but please answer our questions. That's all we can take on today's show. Hopefully, this gentleman, let me call out his name again, because we've tried to reach him out and he's giving us I'm busy. Hopefully he would listen to us. His name is Mr. Osita Nwanibuyosi. He is the Director of Corporate Communications at the Central Bank of Nigeria. Please, if you know him, tell him that your view really wants to speak to him. We try to reach out to him and we're not able to speak to him. We need him to come and explain to us how they plan to solve our problems.